Huawei shocks the world again. Amazing tech comeback in China against all odds. Huawei, which was once viewed as a fallen titan, has stunned everyone with an incredible recovery that few people believed was possible. Following years of crippling US sanctions that prevented access to critical technologies and all but wrecked its global smartphone business, Huawei has recovered and is once again one of the world's most inventive tech businesses. Not only is this remarkable comeback a win for Huawei, but it also represents China's resolve to become technologically independent and challenge Western supremacy in the global tech race. Huawei has transformed hardship into opportunity with its revolutionary semiconductors, which were created solely in China. The remarkable comeback of Huawei demonstrates that the global technology scene is changing and that the competition for dominance is still ongoing. Let's watch. 1. Overcoming sanctions. Converting misfortune into possibilities. The tale of Huawei is one of perseverance. The company was unable to obtain essential components in 2019 due to US sanctions, such as Google services, sophisticated software tools, and state-of-the-art semiconductors. Its telecom business, which mainly relied on US technology, was interrupted, and its worldwide smartphone sales were crushed by the limitations. Such actions would have been fatal for most businesses, but Huawei seized the opportunity to redefine itself. Huawei did not back down. Instead, it invested billions of dollars in research and development to create its own technology. It quickly made the switch from relying on foreign suppliers to fostering a domestic supply chain, collaborating with Chinese software developers and chip makers to produce substitutes. This action accelerated China's drive for technical independence and marked a daring change for Huawei, as well as the country's whole tech sector. Huawei found new growth by fortifying its position in China and other Asian regions, even as its market share in North America and Europe fell. Because of this focus, Huawei was able to weather the storm and get ready for a spectacular comeback, demonstrating that its ambition and inventiveness could not be stifled by sanctions. 2. The revolution. The Kirin 9000S chip, a sign of independence. The introduction of Huawei's Mate 60 Pro smartphone, which houses the Kirin 9000S CPU, was one of the pivotal events in the company's resurgence. This chip was noteworthy since it was created by HiSilicon, Huawei's semiconductor division, and produced by SMIC Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, the top chip maker in China. This accomplishment was significant because it demonstrated China's capacity to manufacture cutting-edge 7-nanometer chips in spite of stringent US export regulations meant to restrict access to expensive manufacturing equipment. The success of the Kirin 9000S chip signaled a new era in China's semiconductor sector, not just Huawei's tenacity. 3. Harmony OS, establishing a self-sustained software community. Huawei had to completely reevaluate its software strategy as sanctions prevented it from using Google mobile services. Huawei developed its own operating system, Harmony OS, known as Hongmeng OS in China, as an alternative to using Android. Harmony OS, which was first written off as unlikely, has developed into one of Huawei's strongest points. With over 800 million devices in use by 2025, Harmony OS had emerged as China's leading software platform. Huawei created a smooth and connected environment by utilizing its hardware ecosystem. Its success has further shielded Huawei from geopolitical threats by demonstrating that it can compete in both software and hardware. Huawei is becoming a significant competitor to Android and iOS in China as more developers and consumers embrace Harmony OS, undermining Western hegemony in software ecosystems. 4. An emphasis on Chinese consumer loyalty and domestic growth. Sanctions caused Huawei to struggle in international markets, but its emphasis on China changed the game. Huawei developed a strongly devoted domestic client base by capitalizing on growing nationalist feeling and using its brand recognition as a representation of Chinese tenacity. Chinese customers supported Huawei and embraced its goods as a sign of patriotism. With devices selling out immediately and generating lengthy waiting lists, the company's Mate 60 Pro launch turned into a cultural sensation. Huawei was able to regain its position as one of the leading smartphone manufacturers in China thanks to a sharp increase in its domestic market share. This domestic achievement also gave Huawei a solid revenue base on which to reinvest in new ideas, re-establishing its dominance in China's tech sector and progressively restoring its standing internationally. 5. Developments in automotive, AI, and 5G technology. Despite pressure from around the world, Huawei continued to innovate. Despite limitations in Western nations, the company continued to grow its telecommunications sector and maintained its position as a leader in 5G networking technologies. In emerging nations, where there is still a high demand for reasonably priced state-of-the-art infrastructure, Huawei's 5G capabilities provided it a competitive edge. By diversifying its business, Huawei was able to lessen its need on smartphones and enter industries that would be resilient to the future. Huawei advanced beyond just a phone manufacturer to become a leader in the upcoming technology revolution thanks to its ability to incorporate AI, cloud computing, and IoT into its product lineup. 6. Strategic alliances and supply chain reconstruction. Without a tremendous effort to restore its supply chains, Huawei would not have been able to make a comeback. To establish an autonomous tech ecosystem, the business worked closely with component suppliers and homegrown chip makers like SMIC. In addition to strengthening Huawei, this China-first supply chain approach aided China in achieving its larger goals of semiconductor self-sufficiency more quickly. By spending billions on R&D, Huawei fostered collaborations with companies in a variety of sectors, including software developers and automakers. Through these partnerships, Huawei was able to shield itself from external reliance and innovate swiftly. In order to maintain quality control and lessen dependency on foreign suppliers, Huawei also prioritized vertical integration, designing a larger portion of its hardware and software internally. By taking this action, Huawei demonstrated that geopolitical constraints could not indefinitely impede innovation, and became a leader in the development of a wholly Chinese supply chain. Conclusion: a global tech powerhouse is back. Huawei's remarkable resurgence is more than simply a single company success. It's an indication that the global IT industry is going through a dramatic change. Not only has Huawei managed to survive the crippling sanctions, but it has also reinvented what it means to innovate under duress. With its revolutionary Kirin 9000S chip, Harmony OS ecosystem, and leadership in 5G infrastructure, the world is keeping a close eye on Huawei as it pushes the envelope and serves as an inspiration to other Chinese IT firms. One thing is once again demonstrated by the company's ascent from near collapse to worldwide prominence. Huawei is here to stay, and the tech fight is far from over. Let us know in the comments what you think about Huawei shocks the world again, amazing tech comeback in China against all odds, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.